Wang Wei is one of those poets you kind of have to know if you want to understand Tang dynasty poetry. He lived from 701 to 761, right in the middle of the Tang dynasty's golden age. Most people know him for his quiet nature poems about mountains and rivers. He was a Buddhist, a painter, and a court official, and all of that shows up in his work. But today's poem shows a completely different side of him. Wang Wei spent years serving at the imperial court, and at one point he was even sent out to the frontier. That frontier experience gave him a first-hand look at military life on the northern border. He saw the soldiers, the deserts, the horses, and the endless grasslands. This poem, called Out of the Frontier, comes straight from that world. Here is how the poem opens. Beyond Juyan's walls, proud hunters ride out. White grass meets the sky, wildfires burn the steppe. Right away you can feel how enormous this landscape is. Second couplet. At dusk, clouds hang over empty deserts, horsemen gallop past. On the autumn plain, it is fine weather for shooting eagles. The mood shifts from fire and action to something more atmospheric and still. Third couplet. The frontier guardsman mounts the ramparts at dawn. The general who breaks the foe crosses the Liao River by night. Now we are seeing the actual military operations, day and night, east and west. And the final couplet. Jade bow, horn bow, horse with jeweled bridle. The Han court will bestow them on Huo Piaoyao. This is where the poem takes a turn into history and praise. Let us go through it line by line now. Juyan was a remote military outpost far in the northwest, near what is now Inner Mongolia. The term proud hunters, or Tianjiao, originally referred to the Xiongnu, the powerful nomadic enemies of the Han Empire. So the very first line already puts us on the edge of empire, where two worlds collide. It is not a peaceful landscape, it is a contested one. White grass is a real thing. It is a type of steppe grass that turns pale and silvery in autumn. Wang Wei makes it stretch all the way to the sky, which gives you this overwhelming sense of open space. And then the wildfires. These were probably grassland burns, either from hunting drives or military signals. The fire lights up the whole horizon and makes the grassland feel dangerous and alive. Everything in this scene is in motion. Now the light changes to dusk. Clouds settle over an empty desert, and horsemen appear and disappear in the distance. That word empty is key. The desert is vast and silent, but it is not peaceful. There is tension in that emptiness, because you know soldiers are out there somewhere. Shooting eagles was a classic skill of nomadic warriors on the steppe. In Tang poetry, it became shorthand for martial prowess and frontier toughness. Wang Wei says the autumn plain is just right for it, almost like he is recommending a good day for a hunt. But underneath the casual tone, it is all about readiness and power. Now we get into specific military roles. The Protector of Chang was a real Han dynasty title for commanders guarding the western frontier against nomadic tribes. Mounting the ramparts at dawn means standing guard, watching the horizon for any sign of trouble. It is the daily, unglamorous work of keeping an empire safe. And then night falls, and a different kind of action begins. The general who breaks the foe crosses the Liao River under cover of darkness. The Liao River is in the northeast, far from Juyan in the northwest. So in just 2 lines, Wang Wei sweeps across the entire northern frontier of China. Dawn in the west, night in the east, the empire never sleeps. Now the poem shifts from action to reward. Jade-handled bow, horn bow, horse with a jeweled bridle. These are luxurious, ceremonial military gifts. Each one is a specific, tangible object you can picture holding in your hands. Wang Wei the painter is giving you a still life before the final line lands. And here is where everything comes together. Huo Piaoyao is the nickname of Huo Piaoyao, one of the most legendary generals in all of Chinese history. He was just a teenager when he started leading cavalry campaigns against the Xiongnu. He won battle after battle and became a symbol of youthful military genius. Wang Wei is writing about Tang soldiers, but framing them through this Han dynasty hero. Here is what makes this poem really interesting. Wang Wei wrote this as a yuefu, an old folk song form. to talk about contemporary military life. By invoking Huo Piaoyao, he is implicitly saying that Tang generals of his own time should aspire to that same level of glory. It is praise, but it is also a quiet challenge. So that is Wang weighs out of the frontier. In 8 lines he gives you the landscape, the soldiers, the history, and the ambition behind it all. Not bad for a guy most people remember for quiet mountain poems. Thanks for reading along, and I will see you in the next one.
居延城外猎天骄，白草连天野火烧。暮云空磧时驱马，秋日平原好射鵰。护羌校尉朝乘障，破虏将军夜渡辽。玉靶角弓珠勒马，汉家将赐霍嫖姚。